Bonny Spears, and I've been a Cherokee County resident for over 24 years. We moved to Cherokee County when our son was 7, and we had lived in 3 states previous to that for job requirements, etc. Once we've moved here, within 2 years, my husband and I both said, this is where we will stay. This is our home. Within 2 months of moving here, we had developed friendships that we still maintain pretty much on a daily basis. People that we speak to here and there, people that I've trusted my 7-year-old child with at a very young age, knowing nobody in town. So we've had opportunities to make that change, but this is home for us. Literally, I could call anybody at a moment's notice and would have a sister next to me doing anything I needed them to do, or anything that my son or husband needed. People of Cherokee County are so loving and giving and want to take care of each other. And that is why we're here, why we stay. There are so many moments in my adult life living in Cherokee County that I could say are reasons why I love living here. Probably too many to mention. But probably for me personally, I'm going to tell you 2. When we first moved here, there was a tornado, and I was at work, and I didn't know what would happen. I didn't have my family around. One of our neighbors, who had a son the same age as my Scott, called me and said, at work, and this was before cell phones, she called me and said, I've got Scott. He's in our tornado room, or whatever you call it, storm room. And I no longer worried because I knew Shelly had him. The second one was in 2018 when I was diagnosed with cancer. It was a little bit of a traumatic event, the diagnosis. It was from something totally irrelated to my cancer. I had to go to the ER, and they came back and stood over me and said, you have cancer, like in a TV show. And we did not reach out to anybody because we didn't just know what it was yet. And it was Saturday, and it was kind of like, well, let's just see what we need to do. By Monday afternoon, half of my church had been to visit, or called or sent their pastor, things like that, because one of my favorite church-going family friends was in charge of the Pink Ladies and knew that we needed support, and came to the room and asked Jeff to come outside, my husband, and said, can I talk to? Can I reach out for you? Can I get people in motion? And from that, somebody came and cleaned our house. Well, thank God I didn't know these things, but people came and just loved on us. I was in the hospital for 13 days. They took care of our dogs. They took care of my son, who was really an adult at that stage, but they took care of my husband. And it just, for me, that stands out as it was just like your blood family. It was no different. The prayers, the gifts, the love, the service by doing things that just amazing. Sense of community and belonging is Cherokee County. I do feel like in life you tend to get what you give. So I do feel like when we first moved to Cherokee County, I was approached within 6 months of being here by one of my best friends, Lori Weisel, who asked me to be on the board for Holly Springs Elementary. And from that, I've met what we call ourselves as the Yayo Sisters. We have been friends since our children were in 2nd grade. We have been lifelong friends. Belonging, I think, is something that you yourself find. And if you don't find it, you're not looking, because there's plenty of places in Cherokee County that you can plug in and find your passion, your mission, your goals that you want to help in the community. Every single thing that I've been involved in, from, like I said, from Holly Springs Elementary PTA, and then Teasley PTA, and then from that I ended up joining the Service League of Cherokee County, and then our church women's group, and all of the places that I've been blessed to serve and blessed to help others. has really always been a gift back to me, because not only do you belong, you feel like what you're doing has value and meaning to the community, specifically to Cherokee County. Community Cherokee County is very strong in. There's so many great organizations that just want to help the members of the community, not just those that don't have, or just those that are in need, but also support systems for people with cancer, for people who've lost someone, for people who are struggling with addiction. There are so many community support groups that if you plug into something, you'll find your belonging. Wow, Cherokee County is filled with natural beauty. Our park systems are beyond reproach. I mean, they are amazing. And I can say that from just enjoying them, as well as being part of a community event that requires their use. Riverfest being held, what was Bowling Park, and being moved to Etowah, a park that essentially provides the most easy space for setup and holding the number of people that they come. And from that then opened up to all kinds of different venues and events and festivals. To Funk Heritage Museum, which is just amazing for this location, to History Cherokee and their new building. I mean, that is a big town museum. It's really impressive that we have that here in Cherokee County. Since I've moved here, Cherokee County has evolved greatly. Most of those evolutions have been very positive. I think anytime that you grow in the enormity that this county, Cherokee County, has in the past 24 or 5 years, you're going to have growing pains. I think structurally, the evolution of roads and bridges and all that stuff has been well thought out in most cases. Some are still in the works. I'd love to see Cherokee County continue to make sure that we take care of our community, both with structure, parks, inner workings, but also with events like First Friday, which is such a fun, community event, or any of the events that we host in Cherokee County. There's so many that it's almost hard to figure out which one you're going to go to every weekend. The only word that I could immediately stand out is caring. This community loves other people, supports other people, serves other people so quickly, so I would say caring.